Hello, I'm Mike Evans, and I need to talk to you about something extremely urgent. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court said Monday he is seeking an arrest warrant for Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Minister of Defense in Israel for war crimes against humanity in Gaza. Now, a panel of 3 judges have to consider the prosecutor's evidence and determine whether to issue the arrest warrants. Can you believe what I'm telling you? This is absolutely outrageous. Now, what's going on here? Remember October 7th. There was a massacre, the worst massacre in Israel's history since the Holocaust. Jews raped, burnt alive, beheaded, children, pregnant mothers. It was absolutely unspeakable. It would have been the equivalent of 10 911s in America. And they took hostages. So Israel had to go to war against a terrorist organization that was trying to wipe them off the map. And Israel has killed 14,000 terrorists. But what have these terrorists done? They've hid. They've hid in tunnels. They've come out of the tunnels into homes of civilians, into schools, mosques, hospitals, with the weapons, using people as human shields intentionally so they would get killed. And guess what? Many of them have been killed. 16,000 civilians have died. Is it Israel's fault? No, it's not Israel's fault. It's the fault of the terrorist. The terrorists used them as human shields. And so because of that, the criminal court is seeking an arrest warrant on the Prime Minister of the State of Israel. This is unspeakable. By the way, they were promised $10,000 if the terrorists could prove they killed Jews. That's why they wore cameras. They were promised a new home if they brought back a hostage. And all of this was orchestrated through Iran, who's using these 7 proxies because if they decide to go full bore, in 120 days there'll be a nuclear state. If Osama bin Laden had a nuclear bomb, Hiroshima would be New York, Nagasaki would be Washington, D.C. If Hitler had one, we'd all be speaking German. So Israel's under an existential threat, and they're fighting a war for their survival. And so now you have a criminal court in The Hague issuing an arrest warrant against the Prime Minister of the State of Israel. Can you believe that? Now, it's very personal to me, and I want to say something to you. God chose Benjamin Netanyahu. He did not choose himself. I told him that in our last meeting. I said, God chose you. You did not choose yourself. How do I know that? Because I'm the person God used. The Lord spoke to me to go to Israel, to meet with Menachem Begin. He was the prime minister. He asked me, why did you come? And I said, I don't know. 3 times he asked me why I came. I said, I don't know. Finally he said, do you know anything? I said, I know that God sent me, but he didn't tell me why. He left. He turned to his chief of staff. He said, shake his hand. You finally met an honest man. He believes God sent him, and he doesn't know why. It was on my birthday, the 30th of June, 1980. On the 4th of July, I felt led of the Lord to go to the home of a grieving young man, which I did not know, Benjamin Netanyahu, and comfort him. His brother Yoni was killed in the Entebbe raid, leading the raid. Now, when I went to the home, I prayed over him. I asked him if I could, and I said this prayer, Jonathan loved David. You love Jonathan, and out of the ashes of your despair will come strength from God, and you will be the Prime Minister of Israel. The very next day, on the 5th of July, I went back to Menachem Begin at 3:30 in the afternoon and told him, I met the Prime Minister yesterday. He said, you're mistaken. You met me on the 30th of June. I told him the prophecy and asked him to give him a job in the government, said he'll be Prime Minister. He did. God chose Benjamin Netanyahu. And oh, by the way, God chose the nation of Israel. And there is a scripture in the Bible that says, I'll bless them that bless thee and curse them that curse thee. I need everyone that's listening to this to unite and stand and be as generous as you can and support what we're doing. We're fighting the biggest social network battle against the lies of hell against the state of Israel. That's why 54% of the youth in America support no state of Israel and Hamas having a state. That's why they went crazy on your university campuses, because they believe the lies. We are the largest pro-Israel social network platform in the world, and I want you to support it today. We have to battle these lies with the truth. Pray for Benjamin Netanyahu, pray for the state of Israel, and give generously. God bless you.